Good morning viewers. In our previous video, we have started a new chapter, that is chapter number 2, acids, bases and salts. Okay. Now in that video, we have seen what is the definitions of the acid, base and salt, as well as we have started with some basic properties of the acid, base and salts. So that property will going to continue over here. So let's just start with the another property of acid, that acid can conduct electricity. See, in lower standard you have studied that any of the matter substance can conduct the electricity if they are having the free electron or the free ions. This condition is necessary for the conductance of the electricity. So here the acid can conduct the electricity because of the H plus ion present in it, right? So we can understand that thing with the help of this activity. So as per this activity, as you can see, the beaker is there. In beaker we are having the rubber cork. Over that rubber cork we have put the two iron nail, and then both the iron nail has been connected with the battery, bulb and key. Okay, now in this beaker we have added the solution of hydrochloric acid. Now once the key will become on, you will see that the bulb will start glowing. Why the bulb will start glowing? Because the acid releasing H plus ion, and because of that H plus ion, electricity will going to be conducted, and because of that reason the bulb will start glowing, right? So as per this activity, we can say that the acid can conduct the electricity. Exactly the same way, base can also conduct the electricity, because base when undergoes the ionization, it will also releases Na plus and OH minus ion, which is also responsible for the conductance of electricity in the base. So same activity we can perform for the base also. So in short, we can say that the acid and base having a common property. That common property is that acid and base both can conduct the electricity. Okay, acid can conduct the electricity because of H plus ion. Exactly similar way, base can conduct the electricity because of Na plus and OH minus ion. If you are taking another base, then K plus OH minus ion, right? So like that way. Okay. Now another property of the acid, that acid with water, means acid with water giving us which kind of reaction. So let's see, when acid going to react with water, here we have taken hydrochloric acid, it will going to react with water, it will give us H3O plus and Cl minus ion. How it will be take place? See, we know hydrochloric is acidic in nature. With acid, water will behave like a base, and base having the tendency to abstract the proton. So this base will abstract this proton of the hydrochloric acid and convert it into H3O plus Cl minus. See, from here the ionization will going to be takes place, and H plus and Cl minus ion will going to be released. But H plus ion does not having the individual existence. So what it will do? It will combine with the H2O and it will form the H3O plus ion. And this is considered as the hydronium ion. And this hydronium ion is responsible for the acidic strength of the any acid. If the concentration of this hydronium ion is more, so we can say that the acidic strength is more. If its concentration is less, then we can say the acidic strength of the acid is also less. Exactly the same way, when base going to react with water. So here we have taken the example of sodium hydroxide as our base. When it will going to react with water, here we have seen with acid, water is behaving like a base. So here with base, water will behaving like a acid, and the ionization will going to be takes place. So we'll get the Na plus and OH minus ion. Here hydronium ion is responsible for the acidic strength. Exactly same way, here OH minus ion is responsible for the basic strength. But we have seen in both the cases, right? What we have seen, that with acid water is behaving like a base, and with base water is behaving like a acid. So as per this, we can say that the water is amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric means what? The compound which showing both the kinds of nature, that is acidic as well as basic. Then that kind of compound is considered as a amphoteric in nature. So here we can consider water as a amphoteric in nature. Now let's move to the third property. So the third property is how much strong or concentrated acid is there. Given acid, how much it is strong or concentrated. If you want to know, then how you would to know about it? See, by seeing any of the acid or any of the base or any of the unknown compound, we cannot identify that this is this much strong acid, this much strong base. We cannot do that. So for that we are having the particular measurements, as I have told you in a previous video, that we call the pH scale. So now what is the meaning of pH scale? pH scale is a kind of scale 0 to 14 by which you can measure the pH of any given compound. Now in pH, P stands for the potence and H for the hydrogen. It means power of hydrogen. So basically we can define pH as the negative logarithm of the concentration of hydronium ion or a hydrogen ion. So basically by pH scale we are measuring the concentration of the hydrogen ion or a hydronium ion. So here pH scale for the acids is 0 to 7. And same way, the pH scale for the base is 7 to 14. So how we can define this? How we can judge this? How we can measure it? So here we are in the relationship between the acidic strength, concentration and pH scale. So if pH scale is decreasing means what? 7 to 6, 5, 4, 3, etc. like that way. So if the pH scale is decreasing, then what happens? Acidic strength is increasing. Why acidic strength is increasing? Because the concentration of hydronium ion or H plus ion is increases. Once again I am repeating, pH scale decreasing means 7, 6, 4, 5, etc. Then acidic strength is increasing because of the concentration of hydronium ion is increases. Opposite to that, if the pH scale is increasing, opposite to it, if the pH scale is increasing, then what happens? Acidic strength is decreasing because the concentration of H plus ion is also decreasing, right? So same way we can have the relationship for the base also. As I have told you, the pH scale for the base is 7 to 14. So if the pH scale increases, it means 7, then 8, then 9, 10, etc. like that way. So if the pH scale is increasing, it means basic strength is also increasing. Why? Because the concentration of OH minus is increases. Exactly the same way, opposite to that, if the pH scale is decreasing, then what happens? Basic strength is also decreasing because the concentration of OH minus is also decreasing, right? So by this way, by using the pH scale, we can measure the pH of any given unknown solution or a compound. So that is for the measurement of the pH. Previously you have measured the you are not able to measure the pH, but by using the litmus paper you just identify whether the given substance is acidic or basic, but you are not able to identify how much acidic or how much basic. So that you can identify by using pH scale. So pH scale measurement can be done by either universal indicator or by the pH paper, or the exact pH can be measured by the pH meter, as I have previously told you. So here once again we have seen the three properties of the acid and base. In a previous video also we have seen the three properties of acid and base. So go through it, and in our next video we will meet with the new topic. Till that, stay safe, stay at your home, and thank you viewers.